So I'm not sure about you guys, but I've been having an absolute blast with Update 26. All the new bases we've gotten to explore, all the new story missions, even all the Easter eggs, something that I typically don't look for. I've even been exploring that. And while I'm really nowhere near bored with this game, I am very interested, highly interested in knowing what's going to happen here in the future. Because if we know what future updates are still coming for State of Decay 2, with State of Decay 3 looming, we start to get a good picture of their timeline and when we could even see more big updates as well as the actual inevitable State of Decay 3 launch. So what I've managed to do for this video is I've compiled a list of things that I have seen the last couple months, even me directly asking an Undead Labs developer, what's the plan going forward? And I do have a direct quote. And so what we're going to do is we're going to speculate on what's coming next, and also something that I don't think we are supposed to know about. I do have a really good, some really good evidence on something that I do think is going to be coming out, and I don't know exactly what it is, but I do think we still have some big stuff coming for State of Decay 2. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. If you guys haven't already, please hit that red subscribe button below, hit the thumbs up and help that algorithm. Also, about 85% of you, a little more than that, have not subscribed yet. Go ahead and join one of the fastest State of Decay communities out there. Hit that red button. Let's go. Well, Update 26 is live. Bug fixes have come with 26.1, and the team over there is hard at work on continuing to clean stuff up. But for me, I'm always looking on the horizon, and I am slightly guilty of this, mostly because I'm just so hyped for not only future updates with State of Decay 2, but of course State of Decay 3, and we've managed on this channel to learn a lot about what's going on. But a question that I recently have had is, are there going to be major updates happening with State of Decay 2? Not only because I want to know for my own selfish reasons to keep enjoying this game, but because the closer the updates end with State of Decay 2, the closer we are to seeing State of Decay 3 and seeing it on the horizon. So really, I'm just fascinated to know the timelines. And well, recently I asked Jeffrey, State of Decay 2 design director, what is their plan now that Update 26.1 is behind us. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Sunny Games, you're trying to pump me for information. We're already talking about the hotfix, and you're just moved on to like, well, what's Update 27 going to be? What's Update 28 going to be? We'll talk about that when we're ready. Right now, we're working on a few smaller things while we sort of prepare for the next, set of larger mechanical improvements to the game. Can't tell you what any of it is, but it won't be too long before you've got at least something in your hands. So expect the next update or two to be, a few smaller features, not things that are going to completely upend the game the way that Plague Territory did, the way that Trumbull Valley did. But I think there's some good stuff coming. So I'm actually just about to start the preliminary draft of the next set of patch notes, which does not mean it's coming out soon. I do that pretty early. But I'm about to work on that preliminary draft, so I'm about to actually make myself a little bit more aware, because we're always working on so many things at the same time. It's actually difficult for me sometimes to keep track of what's going to be coming in each update, because sometimes if something is like on the borderline between one update and the next, I'll forget which update it's in. So even if I did feel comfortable giving you a preview, I'd probably be wrong. I'd probably name an update that is not actually part of the next drop.
And that was Jeffrey answering my question directly. By the way, guys, follow him on his YouTube channel, where he actually does give out, sometimes he gives out some Easter eggs and things you can expect in future updates, and I'll have his link below. But let's also take a listen to what he had to say recently on the official State of Decay channel.
Homecoming update, again, as always, we've had players ask us, is this the final update? It's such a big update. Is this your last hurrah? No, we're kicking off some new stuff. We've got new updates planned in the future. There's so much support that's still going to be coming in for this game, and it's because you're all out there still playing with us. Because as long as you're there, we want to be here too, making the game better for you and expanding it. So thank you all.
So with those two answers, the first one, I feel like I got a short-term answer in the first set of quotes. Don't expect anything too big in the near future, certainly not even on the level of Plague Territory, but we still have some things planned. And then the second set of quotes, he made it seem like they still have some decent-sized updates for the future. Now, another curious thing that I actually have found recently, this is from Brant Fitzgerald, the art director at State of Decay. He was responding to questions regarding some features for bases. Brant responded with, "That would be useful, but sadly at this point in the game's lifespan, I doubt we will with that kind of investment. We hardly have anyone left on State of Decay 2. Now, he's actually made several references to how the team is very, very small now, and that mostly the majority of the team is working hard at State of Decay 3. But one thing that has surfaced that even I forgot a little bit about, something that is still major, is the word chariot. Now, a lot of my content leading into update 26 before the official announcement featured the word chariot in a lot of stuff that we uncovered, and I even some time ago talked about how I think there could be another game mode, but I was completely speculating at that time and figured that this thing that we were speculating on was going to make it into the Trumbull Valley update. But if you take a look at this screenshot right here, credit goes to TX Digital Gaming. This is a prominent modder in the State of Decay community, and he also has his own YouTube channel, so check him out. But he showed me what is some very clear evidence of a radio command to hop into a multiplayer with Chariot. So what on earth is Chariot? And I'm actually surprised that this didn't make it into the update, but it makes a lot of sense. And is this the very last big thing that we might see? At this point, my guess is going to be as good as yours. I've been told that this radio call used to give a server connection error, but with update 26, it no longer does that, guys. It just times out because it can't find new players. Now, disclaimer, this doesn't mean that this is coming. Undead Labs has actually had a lot of ideas end up getting scrapped and not make it into the main game, but again, this is another case of where there is some smoke, there's probably going to be some fire. You guys saw me covering many videos on Trumbull Valley before it even came out, and the majority of it ended up coming true. This kind of feels like that same energy. And keep in mind, Chariot was more than likely made some time ago, so even though the team might be smaller now according to Brandt, a lot of things have kind of been made already. It's just a matter of cleaning it up and getting it ready for launch. And I was even told that Chariot was as far back in the game as 6 months ago in regards to all these little files and things that we're finding. So we know they also were working on Trumbull Valley as far back as 2020. So guys, it's not really a far stretch to say that even with a skeleton crew, a lot of the major stuff's already been made some time ago, maybe when the team was a little bit bigger and before they moved on to State of Decay 3. And of course, all of this updates are coming while we are waiting for the next game. Overall though, it does make you wonder, outside of Chariot, what else could they possibly have planned? And is all of this that we're experiencing right now, like the introduction to Plague Territories, part of the grand scheme for State of Decay 3? Could Chariot be a new game mode experiencing something we might see for the future game? Either way, while the near future might mostly just be small updates here in the months ahead, I think just down the line a little further, I think there's some stuff down the pipeline that we can really anticipate and get excited for. Let me know though what you guys think below, what Chariot is, and what more changes and more updates do you guys want to see with State of Decay 2. With that, if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the thumbs up. I'm Sunny, and as always, stay safe, survivors.